Emerald Tablet 2 over Tibetan bowls. It's in the public domain. Another copy of the tablets for us to enjoy. Excuse me. Tablet 2, The Halls of Amenti. Deep in the earth's heart lie the halls of Amenti. Far beneath the islands of sunken Atlantis, halls of the dead and halls of the living, bathed in the fire of the infinite awe. Far in the past, lost in the space-time, the children of light look down on the world, see the children of men in their bondage, bound by the force that came from beyond. Knew they that only by freedom from bondage could man ever rise from the earth to the sun. Down they descended and created the bodies, taking the semblance of man as their own, the masters of everything said after their forming. We are they who were formed from the space dust, partaking of life from the infinity all, living in the world as children of men, like and yet unlike the children of men. Then for a dwelling place far beneath the earth's crust, blasted great spaces they by the power. Spaces apart from the children of men, surrounded them by the forces and power. Shielded from harm they the halls of the dead. Side by side then placed they other spaces, filled them with the life and with light from above. Builded they then the halls of Amenti, that they might dwell eternally there, living with life to eternity's end. 32 were there of the children, sons of the light, who had come among men, seeking to free from the bondage of darkness those who were bound by the force from beyond. Deep in the halls of the life grew the flower, flaming, expanding, driving backward the night. Placed in the center, a ray of great potence, life-giving, light-giving, filling with power all who came near it. Placed they around it thrones 32, places for each of the children of light, placed so that they may be bathed in the radiance, filled with the light from the eternal light. There time after time placed they their first created bodies, so that they might be filled with the spirit of life. 100 years out of each 1,000 must the life-giving light flame forth on their bodies, quickening, awakening the spirit of life. There in the circle from aeon to aeon sit the great masters living of life, not known among men. There in the halls of life they lie sleeping, free flows their soul through the bodies of men. Time after time, while their bodies lie sleeping, incarnate they in the bodies of men, teaching and guiding, onward and upward, out of the darkness into the light. There in the hall of life feel the wisdom known not to races of men living forever. Neath the cold fire of life sit the children of light. Times there are when they are awakened, come from the depths of the lights among men, infinite they among finite. He who by progress has grown from darkness, lifted himself from the night into light. Free he is made of the halls of Amenti, free of the flower of light and of life. Guided he then by the wisdom and knowledge, passes from man to the master of life. There he may dwell as one of the masters, free from the bonds of the darkness of night. Seated within the flower of radiance sit 7 lords of the space-time above us, helping and guiding through the infinite wisdom, the pathway through the time of the children of men. Mighty and strange they veiled with their power, silent, all-knowing, drawing the life force. Different, yet one with the children of men. Yes, different, and yet one with the children of light. Custodians and watchers of the force of man's bondage, ready to lose when the light has been reached. First and most mighty sit the veiled presence, Lord of the Lords, the infinite 9, over the others from each cosmic cycle, weighing and watching the progress of men. Under he sit the lords of the cycles, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, each with his mission, each with his power, guiding, directing the destiny of men. There sit they, mighty and potent, free of all time and space, not of this world they, yet akin to it, elder brothers they, of the children of men. Judging and weighing they with their wisdom, watching the progress, light among men. There before them was I led by the dweller, watch him blend with one from above. Then from he came forth a voice saying, Great are you, Thoth, among children of men. Free hence be forth of the halls of Amenti, master of life among children of men. Taste not death except as you will it. Drink of the life to eternity's end. Henceforth forever is life yours for taking. Henceforth death at the call of your hand. Dwell here and leave here when you desire. Free is Amenti to the Son of Man. Take you up life in what form you desire. Child of the light that has grown among men. Choose through your work, for all souls must labor. Never be free from the pathway of light. One step you have gained on the long pathway upward. Infinite now is the mountain of life. Each step you take but heightens the mountain. All of your progress but lengthens the goal. Approach you ever the infinite wisdom. Ever before you recedes the goal. Free are you made now of the halls of Amenti, to walk hand in hand with the lords of the world. One in one purpose, working together. Bringers of light to the children of men. Then from his throne came one the master, taking my hand and leading me onward through all the halls of the deep hidden land. Led he me through the halls of Amenti, showing the mysteries that are known not to man. Through the dark passage, downward he led me into the hall where he sits in the dark depth. Where sits the dark depth. Vast as space lay the great hall before me, walled by darkness but filled with light. Before me arose a great throne of darkness, veiled on the seated a figure of night. Darker than darkness sat the great figure, dark with the darkness, not of the night. Before and then passed the master, speaking the word that brings about life, saying, O Master of darkness, guide of the way from life unto life, before you I bring a son of the morning. Touch him not ever with the power of night. Call not his flame to the darkness of night. Know him and see him, one of our brothers, lifted from darkness and into the light. Release you his flame from its bondage. Free let it flame through the darkness of night. Raised in the hand of the figure forth came flame that grew clear and bright. Rolled back swiftly the curtain of darkness, unveiled the hall from the darkness of night. Then grew he great space before me, flame after flame from the veil of night. Uncounted millions leaped they before me, some flaming forth as flowers of fire. Others there were that shed a dim radiance, glowing but faintly from the out of the night. Some there were that faded swiftly. Others that grew from small sparks of light, each surrounded by its dim veil of darkness, yet flaming with the light that could never be quenched. Coming and going like fireflies in springtime, filling they space with the light and of life. Then spoke a voice, mighty and solemn, saying, These are the lights that are souls among men, growing and fading, existing forever, changing yet living through death into life. When they have bloomed into a flower, reached the zenith of growth of their life, swiftly then send I my veil of darkness, shrouded and changing to new forms of life, steadily upward throughout the ages, growing, expanding into yet greater flame, lighting the darkness with yet greater power, quenched yet unquenched by the veil of the night. So grows the soul of man ever upward, quenched yet unquenched by the darkness of night. I, death, come, and yet I remain not, for life eternal exists in the all. Only an obstacle, I in the pathway, quick to be conquered by the infinite light. Awaken, O flame that burns ever onward, flame forth and conquer the veil of the night. Then in the midst of the flames of the darkness grew there one that drove forth the night, flaming, expanding, ever brighter, until at last was nothing but light. Then spoke my guide, the voice of the Master, see your own soul as it grows in the light, free now forever from the Lord of the night. Forward he led me through the many great spaces, filled with the mysteries of the children of light, mysteries that man may never yet know until he too is son of the light. Backward then he led me into the light of the hall of the light. Knelt I before the great Master, Lord of the all, from the cycles above. He spoke then with words with great power, saying, You has been made free of the halls of Amenti. Choose through your work among the children of men. Then spoke I, O great Master, let me be teacher of men, leading them onward and upward until they too are lights among men, freed from the veil of the night that surrounds them, flaming with light that shall shine among men. Spoke to me then the voice, Go as you will, so be it decreed. Master are you of your own destiny, free to take or reject at will. Take you the power, take you the wisdom. Shine as a light among the children of men. Upward then led me the dweller. Dwelt I again among children of men, teaching and showing some of my wisdom, son of the light, a fire among men. Now again I tread the path downward, seeking the light in the darkness of night. Hold you and keep you. Preserve my record. Guided shall it be in the children of men. End of Tablet 2.